About 3 years ago, I died and went to hell. How I died was I had a heart attack and I was down there because I didn't have Jesus Christ at the time as my Savior. And before I was a Christian, I used to make fun of Christians. I used to make fun of the Bible. I used to make fun of Jesus. I used to say all sorts of horrible things. I used to wear all black. Um, and, this did really happen. Some of you might not believe it, but I know it happened. And I want to share it with all of you watching this so that you realize that there is a hell and so that you do not go there because it is a horrible place of torment. Horrible. And I mean that so much. There's no parties in hell. It was a nightmare beyond nightmares. Okay, here's the story. I'll try to sum it up fast because I know I don't have all day to explain it. What happened was, before I was a Christian, before I prayed and read the Bible, I used to be in a horrible depression, a hopeless, faithless, just spiraling depression, full of anger, hatred, and I used to be just down always spiritually. I used to just hate the world. I used to hate every person around me. I used to want to kill myself before I was a Christian, but I didn't want to go through with it because I was afraid to. If that makes any sense to you, if I can explain it, better. I basically hated myself. I hated people around me. I was just depressed. I was just in a dark place. Well, what happened was one night I collapsed on my bed face down, feeling horrible, as I did every night. And that particular night, I felt my chest just, I felt my heart just give out, like bam. And I was falling in this dark place, and the place was pitch black. This is what happened exactly after I died and went to hell. I was in this place. It was just pitch black. I had my hand in front of my face. I couldn't even see it. That's how black it was. Just pitch black. And the way I felt down there, I was just in complete coldness and bone chilling cold, meaning my whole soul was just full of full of coldness and just numbness because that's how cold it is down there. And I just felt paralyzed with fear because that's what hell is. It's just fear, all of it. It's constant fear, constant torment. Because it says in the Bible, fear has torment. And that's true. Fear does have torment. And when I was in hell, I felt constant fear. Also, I heard this creature that was saying bad words to me, like cuss words in my ear, and I couldn't understand what the creature was saying, but it was screaming at the top of its deep voice all these horrible things right in my ear. And after reading the Bible, I found out obviously it was a demon, and it was speaking in a demonic language. Also, too, when I was down there, I heard this booming, masculine like laughter. It was a laughter it was just like a mocking laughter, like a haha I got you laughter. Obviously, I didn't hear him say that, but that's what that laughter implied. And after seeing other documented stories of people who've been to hell and back, I found out that the laughter that I heard, that was the laughter of Satan, who sits on his throne laughing at the lost souls that were down there and are down there because he's probably still there. And he goes back and forth on the earth and back there, to tempt people. But anyway, I was down there and I just was trying to escape by punching myself, clawing myself, my face, meaning, the face of my soul, not this physical body. The physical body was on earth at the time. That was my soul, because the soul looks exactly like the physical body, as you guys know. And I was just down there, and I was just horribly, you know, depressed, worse than I've ever been when I was down there, because it's like this. I'll describe to you what hell is like, what it's like being down there, the feeling. Take the worst emotion you've ever had in your whole entire life, times that by 1,000, and that's how bad hell is. It's horrible, and it's hell is eternal, meaning some people sadly got to deal with that all of eternity because the soul of a human being lasts forever and it either goes to heaven or hell. Okay, anyway, back to my story. And this is true too. And some of you guys may not believe it, but I know it happened from the bottom of my heart. What happened was when I was down there, I was thinking of all these ways to get out, screaming cuss words. I was, just screaming help, 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 and nothing was happening. And I felt like I was like falling, like, and the only thing I could think about doing was to scream Jesus because that was the only hope that I had when I was down there. And realized too that before I was a Christian, I used to hear the term by people, Jesus saves, but I never truly understood what it meant. I never fully realized, the whole meaning behind that one saying, that Jesus saves. And when I was down there, and this is the best part of the story, when I was down there, I screamed Jesus at the top of my lungs, as loud as I could, because that's all I could do. I wanted to get out. And as soon as I said G, like I was in the middle of saying it, like Jesus, because as you guys know, the Lord already knows our future before it even starts. So he probably knew that I was going to say it. And when I was in the middle of saying Jesus, I saw this beam of white light. And this is amazing how it happened. This beam of white light, this holy light just, and then quick as lightning, he was in front of me wearing a long white glowing robe. And it was so amazing because like all at once I felt guilty, happy, surprised. And because I felt, guilty for all my filthy sins I've committed, I looked away and looked down in shame, meaning like I glanced at him. I didn't see his face because it was so much light like on him that he's so holy that like when I looked at him, because I was in so much darkness at the time, because I've never experienced the love of Jesus, I was like, what could I do, thinking to myself, and so I looked away and I felt him grab my body. He didn't say anything to me and took me out of there as quickly as he came down, meaning he took me out, out of hell quick as lightning.